Click the first link in the description for the best Askreddit content. Today I fucked up by drawing my former student nude. Obligatory throwaway for recognition and obligatory this didn't happen today, this was pre-corona, in like November. I'll keep this quick. Basically, I'm a high school teacher. One of my hobbies is drawing/doodling. But I don't usually have a lot of time for it and I'm not great at it, so I decided to take a figure drawing class. I was very excited to meet other adults who liked to draw, because my co-workers aren't really into that kind of thing, and even the art teacher doesn't really enjoy it in her free time. Well, I walk in and get set up with the materials they told us to buy. I introduce myself to the instructor and to some of the other classmates. Then, to my surprise, one of my former students walks in. She graduated about 4 years ago. We weren't close, but she was in my class 2 years in a row and I knew her pretty well. She was interested in the subjects I taught and overall I saw her as a good student. She recognizes me and her face just goes red, but she just looked away as she started stripping completely and got onto the platform. At this point I'm too stunned to move, and I'm already set up so I couldn't leave discreetly. So, I did it. I drew her and desperately tried to keep her breasts and nether regions vague and undetailed for the longer poses. But the teacher called me out on it and I nearly lost my mind because she definitely heard him. At some point her ass was basically in my face and I felt that some FBI agent was going to kick the door down. I felt like such a creep. She was around 22, but still. She seemed to try her best to keep her back to me, but the instructor kept asking her to vary her poses. At the end, I quietly asked the instructor if she was a regular model and he said somewhat. But honestly that was too much for me and I dropped out after the first class and joined the clothed figure drawing class. Too long didn't read, joined an art class, saw my former student nude, wanted to die. I'll be honest, this turned out a lot better than I thought it would based on the title. I feel you, man. You must be a good teacher since you think of your students as your children. It really was like seeing one of my kids naked for a crowd. I felt guilty for weeks. Technically nothing wrong happened. I could understand how that could be awkward. I loved being a nude art model, but I only did it for friends and their classes because I'm afraid people I know pop up. So, you eliminate that problem by keeping it exclusive to people you know? One thing I always wondered is why people even willingly pose for people in an art class. Anyone that can enlighten me? Is it a nudist thing? Apparently it pays super well, lol. Today I fucked up my car as a fucking snitch. So I'm pounding one outright. Finish my business and whatever. An older friend calls and says she locked her keys in her car. Cool, be right there. My fucking phone connects to the Bluetooth in the car. No big deal, right? Wrong. Pick this woman up. I help her get all of the crap she's carrying loaded into my car. On the way home, we have a conversation, then it just kinda goes quiet. Didn't think anything of it. I get to her house, help her unload all of her shit, offer to help her find the spare key and a ride back to her vehicle, but she declines because her husband had it. I get in the car to drive off. I get around the block down and I think to myself, why the hell isn't my music playing? I look at the damn screen and lo and behold, stepmom gets fucking wrecked is scrolling across my screen with the Pornhub link. Fuck. Too long didn't read, watched porn, friend locked keys in car, I pick her up, porn title and link were scrolling across the screen the entire time she was in the vehicle. At least there was no audio, right? Only solution I see, double down hard. Start a trash metal band called Stepmom Gets Fucking Wrecked, record an album, get it into Spotify, send her the link to the Spotify album. Create a SFW music video and upload it to Pornhub, so when she ever questions the authenticity, but I saw the Pornhub URL, you can send her the video link. Problem solved, I'll see myself out. You are a friggin' genius. Whoever your employer is needs to give you a raise. Tell them the fuck up from Reddit with a porn problem among other issues said so. Damn son, tatter tough. No wonder the convo went quiet in the car, smiley face. iOS devices won't show title if you use private mode while browsing, but if you press the play button you're doomed. Today I fucked up by cursing out my whole class of first graders. Every now and then I can't help but think back to my first grade year when I learned the word fuck. It was after recess and my class stopped for everyone to have a bathroom break. I went into the bathroom and in the stall someone had wrote fuck on the wall. Told one of the other girls thinking that someone was too dumb to spell duck. The other girl proceeds to tell me it's a curse word and I should never say it. Now I got bullied a lot when I was young and I was always gullible, so I decided this time I wasn't going to fall for their jokes. I washed my hands and started thinking about how to prove to the girl that I didn't believe her. I had the perfect idea. I walked out of the bathroom last so that everyone was out in the hallway and I shouted, fuck. Everyone started laughing. BC I was shouting a weird made up word, right? I kept repeating it at the top of my lungs in the hallway. A lot of the classroom doors were open, so my class wasn't the only one who was hearing my new word. Kept saying over and over, fuck 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 while covering my ears. I ended my little rant with what I thought was the best response. I turned to the girl and said, fuck you. At this point my teacher runs over and is freaking out. That's the moment my stomach just dropped. She goes, that is a bad word, like a really bad word. Never say it again, okay? Just nodded. It only took a couple seconds for this to happen, but it took a lot longer to realize what I just did. Then I had to explain to my teacher and the principal about why I thought it wasn't a bad word. The whole bathroom got taped off with caution tape as they wiped down every stall. I also had to explain it to my parents, that weren't near as mad as the school. They laughed their asses off and gave me a simple don't say that again. To this day my friends still message me randomly and go, remember that one time when you told the whole class to go fuck themselves? BC that is exactly how they remember it. And I have to explain every single time that it was an accident. Too long didn't read. I yelled the fuck word at my whole first grade class and then said fuck you to the girl who told me to not say fuck. This is so funny, smiley face, smiley face. Hearing stories like this makes me want to be a primary school teacher. I don't know how I'd keep a straight face if I was the teacher. Hope you've recovered from the second-hand embarrassment now. Embarrassed smiley face. Kids saying bad words is hilarious. I was babysitting a 7-year-old and she randomly shouted shit out of nowhere. I couldn't even discipline her for it. I was too caught off guard and just laughed. So did she, and then she fell off her wooden horse from laughing so hard, which only made the situation that much funnier. Here I was thinking you were a Zoom teacher who didn't mute the mic. Tongue. When we broke the news to my 8-year-old son that his grandmother had died from COVID on his birthday, he shouted, with perfect inflection, fucking COVID. It was equal parts shocking, funny and sad. We have him a pass that one time, since it was kind of warranted, given the circumstances. I'm so sorry for your loss. I remember my son getting in trouble in daycare, first grade after school care. Another kid was spelling words and my son would pronounce them until the kid spelled a bad word and son got in trouble. He came home and very earnestly told me that I needed to teach him all the bad words so no one could trick him like that again. Yeah, I didn't fall for it. I told him if he didn't recognize the word not to say it out loud. From the title I hoped you were a teacher, TBH.